today, this video is a little bit different than our normal traveling videos and being on the road, but I've had a few people that know me. They think this thing is super awesome for the value of it. So I wanted to talk about it a little bit today and how I've been using it. This is just a little mini excavator, a little from China. This is the QH12, and they come in all different names. You can pick these things up from anywhere from 5,000 to 7,000. The price fluctuates, and it depends on where you're purchasing it from. They have their flaws, and there's tons of Facebook groups you can get on and research them and see different things, kind of upgrades. A few things that I've done is just added a fan. Some people get put them on the inside. I'm just trying to do it quick. I mean, like, if you hit this with a tree, you probably should practice driving them a little bit more. So it works good. It's on a little switch here. You can turn it on, and it'll help keep the engine bay cool. These run on I think it's 13 horsepower Briggs & Stratton engine, and it's basically just a Harbor Freight motor. So if it blows up, you can replace it easily. And so far, this one has been running really well. When you get them, they do tend to overheat in that engine bay if you don't have any air passing through it. It's kind of cool here. And so with this, you can leave the back on and run it for the most part. If I'm going to be doing an extended days worth of work with it, I'll just pop off the back. I added these little hinges. It's something you have to add. A lot of people do this, and I'll just take the whole back off. There's no weight to this. So you can see popping off the back of this, it opens up the entire back of the unit. I've done 2 oil changes on this. You want to change the oil as soon as you get it. Oil's pretty cheap and crappy that comes from the factory. And then I just ran it for probably another 10 hours, and I changed it again. And so I've haven't had any issues. I currently have 40 hours on it. So, I mean, I've used it a decent amount over the past couple months. Haven't done anything else to it. I've put some weights down on the inside. Just there's 60 pounds of weights down there. Just some old dumbbells. There's enough room on the bottom that you can just stack them in there, and I just kind of strapped them to the bottom. And that seems to help it when you're turning. This kind of helps slow it down because it's got a ton of lifting power. It's just a lighter machine, so when you're lifting something heavy, it gives it, it can get uneven. But I've taken this thing down in the creek. I'm gonna show you some footage of what you can do with it. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. So the next footage I'm gonna show you is me just kind of down in the creek digging, making little ponds, little stuff place for the kids. So you'll see me doing that, maybe moving some trees. You can do a lot with this thing. It takes some time. It's not very fast. As you can see, when it's tracking, it's extremely slow. But I'm just gonna show this footage, show you what you can do with it. Just thought it was super interesting to share. If you have any questions, you can comment down below. Next week, we are going to be getting some solar on the roof of the camper. I've been really trying to design a different solar system for it. And then once that is hopefully up and running, we're going to be getting back on the road soon. So little break from our normal traveling videos that we normally post, but I thought this was something that's interesting for a lot of people, and there's not a lot of good videos showing what it can do on the internet. So without further ado, these next clips are me working in the creek. That was just me. I wanted to show you all me lifting the camper, since it was the thumbnail and I didn't want to make clickbait. I just did this to show you the lifting capacity of this. This camper probably has about 1,000 pounds of tongue weight. It's a little over 30 feet long camper. And so also, when these next clips that are me in the creek, you'll see I actually had a track come off, which has been kind of common for this. There's one side that it does pop off on occasion, but once you know how to pop it back on, you can literally do it in just a few minutes. So I'm going to show you that as well in this video. So here we go. We're going to go down to the creek and show you what it can do. All right, so if you get one of these, sometimes the tracks can come off. I have this one side, and it may be out of whack a little bit, I'm not sure, but I constantly will throw a track on it. But I've done it so much that I can probably change this thing back in like 5 minutes. It's super easy. So you just got this nut here, loosen it up, back it off a little bit. Then I'm taking a 5/8, sticking it on the end, and then you just loosen it up. And sometimes it's a lot easier just to take the track off and redo it. But mine went off to the inside, so I've got it pretty loose, and I'm just going to start it up. I'm going to kind of just gently pull it, and you may know, not gently, I'm going to pull it pretty hard, and then gently rotate the this side of the track, and it'll pop right back on. Just like that. Now we're going to put the tension back on it. You can see it tightening back up. And once you get it where you want it, you just tighten that lock nut back down. And I carry these with me everywhere. It comes off quite often.